everyone. I'm Peggy Rometo, and this is the Weekly Wake Up. Okay, so I'm in a little bit of a different location this week. I'm here in Ohio visiting my mother-in-law, and who's 97 years old, which is amazing, and other family and friends. So I have a little bit of a different atmosphere. Right now, the thing that's great about intuition is that you can tap in anywhere under any conditions. So it doesn't matter that I'm not in my own office. It doesn't matter that I'm in someplace different, right? Because we have that ability to block everything else out and go inward. And that's what the practice is about. It's about slowing down every day, and no matter what's going on, is in those moments to be able to isolate that part of ourself that's talking or that wants to inject something inappropriately, or maybe appropriately, who knows? But when we stop, take a breath, let go, then the real truth can come up. Then we can really be compelled to either speak up or to slow down or to stop, right? So it's a practice that we're doing of being able to really align ourselves so that our life goes smoothly. So to do this, we always just take a moment, take a few deep breaths, clearing our mind. The way we do that is just our breath. We just let go. And then we're going to open and see what's available for us this week. So I invite you to do it with me. And as you do, and as I start to speak, just follow along and just notice, does it feel right? Does it not feel right? And let's go from there. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so right away, what's coming in is this is a week where you want to just no pushing, right? You just don't want to push this week. You want to allow things to come in. You just want to allow things to happen. There are also a lot of distractions. So that means you could be on vacation like I am, or it means that I'm going to sort of work whatever, or it could mean that you're distracted by, in the moment, by something else that's going on. Maybe there's a lot of opportunities, maybe there's a lot of family drama, maybe there's a lot of excitement, right? So whatever there is, just want to allow yourself to be able to slow down, and then allow whatever's going on to go on, right? And now what I mean by that, if it's something that you don't want to have happen, you don't want to resist it, because when we bring resistance forward, it just creates a friction, and it creates that situation bigger, and it makes it more difficult to manage or to stop, right? When you just allow something to happen, you're just observing it, you're acknowledging it, and then what happens is, because you're not resisting, you'll know how to handle it. You'll know what to do. You'll know what measures to take, and then that will slowly bring you back on course. Now, really, we're never really off course, right? Like, everything is always happening perfectly as it's meant to be. But we always have an idea or in our mind how we want our week to go, or the things we want to accomplish. So with this week, just be aware that there's other things, other interruptions that are going to happen, or you could say the opposite, that things won't happen the way we want them to do, right? That there's too much other distractions going on, and oh, wow, I meant to do this, and instead I did this, right? So the biggest thing this week is just enjoy yourself. Don't put pressure on yourself. Have, if you have a long list of things that you want to do, break it down to like 3 things instead of 5 things, right? So it's like that. Just don't put so much pressure on yourself to get so much done, and allow yourself extra time. Now, part of that we know is because we also have Mercury, which is going retrograde at the end of the week, and that always messes up communication. Travel can get sticky. We can have computer problems or electronic problems. I know I'm ahead of the game. My wash machine went out yesterday. So, so it's these things that are ruled by that particular planet that can be a challenge. Now, we also know that we can, with our thoughts, rise above these things, right? We can always use our consciousness, but it is a constant conversation with ourselves to not buy into things, and to be able to say no, and learn how to be more in the flow. That will allow us to mitigate or override those planetary actions. So never want to say that we are stuck or ruled by them, but they do influence us, okay? All right, so let's see what's available. What else is available for us this week? Well, this is nice. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to be happy this week. So to me, that means that there's surprises along the way, that you may have some things that you weren't anticipating show up for you, There may be a small opportunities to meet with friends or meet new friends that you hadn't seen, don't know. So there's a lot of new influences coming in for us. And what we want to do is just take advantage of them. Don't feel guilty about taking time. It's about allowing yourself to have some fun. And just don't put so much pressure on yourself to have everything look a specific way. And if you're willing to do that, then the week will be a little bit better. Okay, so let's see what else is in store for us or something else that we might need to be aware of this week. There's also what's available is an opportunity to have a deeper connection with ourselves this week, right? To have that divine purpose, that spiritual alignment for ourselves, to feel connection, to feel happiness, to experience a greater power. And in order to do that, we have to take time, right? We have to slow down, we have to go in and just be present to it. And by being present to it, it will allow us to really feel that Spirit is working with us and on our own behalf. So ask, right? We always want to ask specifically and then allow the information to come in. So these are great times, especially this particular week. There's a lot of energy that is going to support us intuitively to be guided. So make sure that we're asking questions and then allowing the information to come in. And whether you have a meditation practice where you sit down, for 30 minutes or 5 minutes even, or just write the specific question, go to bed, wake up the next day and see what happens. That's another way that you can do it. And sometimes we get information in the middle of the night, and sometimes it just starts to show up over the next 2 or 3 days. And for myself, I always like to see it at least repeat 2 or 3 times. And that way, especially if it's a big decision, whether to move or where to send my kids to school, or whether or not I align or partner with somebody, those are things that I want more affirmations with. So just be aware to the degree that how important it is to your life. You want to be able to make sure that you've got, solid results. All right, so let me see if there's any final words here for us this week. So there's also an opportunity for everybody to be both the teacher and the student. So there may be things that you've been asking for that you don't know how to do, and there may be a teacher that shows up that shows you how to do it. And whether it's something with the internet or with Instagram or whatever, it might be technology related, or it may be something in your business, or it might be something simple. But there's a teacher that's close by that's there to show you how to do whatever it is that you need to do to take you to the next level. And in turn, you might also be that teacher where you're there to teach somebody else something that they need to know. So look for those opportunities, embrace those opportunities, and you have to ask, right? Hey, does anybody know how to do this? I'm struggling, or I need some help, right? So if you do that, there's ask and it's answered. So there's a lot of spiritual support for us this week, but we just have to be alert and be able to ask for it. All right, you guys, have a terrific week. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy. It feels like it's a really easy kind of, what's the word? It's, there's distractions, yes, but if you just go with the distractions, I feel like it can be good. So it does feel like it's a really easy weekend that way, by allowing things to happen the way they're, and not to resist them. It feels like you're going to have a really great week. All right, you guys, thank you so much for following the Weekly Wake Up. And if you like it, please click like, comment below. I always love to come back and read it, and share it with your friends. And I'll see you again next week. Have a great week, everyone.